Doctors are baffled by the increase in food allergies. Until the 1990s, cases were relatively rare. Now there are waiting lists of up to 18 months to see a specialist, and still no one knows for sure what causes them. Hurtling out of control, the B-double truck smashed into the side of one house before ploughing through another. 11-year-old Max McGregor was asleep inside a front bedroom. He didn't stand a chance.
Pippa Gardner is at Urunga. And Pippa, what more do we know about the family who was in the house?
Well, Chris, the family is from Penrith. They'd only recently bought this home as a coastal getaway. They'd come up here these school holidays with their two young boys to do some DIY on the property. It was meant to be a joyous time. Instead, it's the most tragic end to a family holiday. Chris?
All right, Pippa Gardner there live in Urunga. Many thanks.
Pippa Gardner's on the orange carpet. Pippa, any big surprises planned for opening night?
Chris, absolutely no expense has been spared on the revamp or tonight's party. 250 A-listers, including Russell Crowe, are arriving now by yacht. They've spent the afternoon sipping Dom Perignon. They're going to be greeted by a light and laser show, and a little later on, Olivia Newton-John will cut the red ribbon. After an $870 million makeover, the star shouldn't just sparkle, it should knock your socks off.
There's an appeal tonight from a very sick teenager who needs a very expensive drug if she's to reach her 18th birthday. The medication she needs is funded by the government, but not for patients with her condition.
This is Bianca Scott's last dose of a life-saving medicine. Her family has run out of money. They can't afford her next treatment, which costs $24,000 a dose. In a cruel twist, Solaris is already funded on the life-saving drugs program, but only for patients with a different disease. AHUS sufferers say the government is playing Russian roulette with their lives. It's not surprising the princess has a way with children.
Hi, Amy Carringer. Thank you for the flowers.
Evie and Ruby took the morning off school just to meet Mary, the princess from
England.
Let's try again.
She's from Denmark.
Full marks, girls, but don't forget Fred. You'll need a prince like him to become a princess, but you'll probably kiss a few frogs before you find one. The royals are also here to boost Danish trade, exports like canned ham and Lego. But as far as Aussie crowds are concerned, Denmark's most popular products are Fred and Mary.
Pippa, what's the royal couple up to tonight?
Well, Chris, the royal couple are capping off their two-day tour of Sydney with a dinner here at Daltone House. They'll be up early in the morning, though, when they head to Canberra, then Melbourne. Then on Friday, Princess Mary will head to outback New South Wales, where she'll visit the Royal Flying Doctor Service in Broken Hill. Chris? But for people who live in homes like this, it could be days before the water drops enough so they can get back in and see the damage. This is the inner city suburb of Rosalie. Every home and business is waterlogged. The ANZ class action is proof people power can work. Consumer Group Choice says all bank customers should unite to get excessive penalty fees abolished. But those services don't keep up with demand, and while parents struggle to access childcare, there is an argument that private carers like grandparents should be treated the same as accredited childcare facilities. It would mean they could be paid by their children who could still claim existing government subsidies. For 47 years, drivers have been trying to tame the mountain. It is the most gruelling and unforgiving track, but winning here is the ultimate accolade. In January 2003, unemployment hovered just above 6%. After 5 years of solid growth, the rate dipped to a historic low of 4%, a result of booming world economies. The outlook may not be rosy, but it's not all doom and gloom. While some industries are shedding jobs, the majority are holding on to staff, and it will take a major economic nosedive for that to change. Australian Wi-Fi safety standards were last updated over 10 years ago, well before smartphones, tablets and the rollout of wireless internet in schools. Because the technology is so new, the government admits it can't be 100% sure there are no long-term health risks.